I like to start off with a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Because me speaking how I think about things or my perspective on things is not an easy task for me. I prefer to keep things to myself and just think about them and talk about them with therapists or the few people that I can have intellectual, interesting conversation with. I don't prefer to speak to just any and everybody that I feel as though my voice could potentially be um I feel like my thoughts, not my voice, my thoughts could potentially be thought provoking for people like me. Because people like me don't tend to want to be noticed, or they don't want to be applauded or um, put on a pedestal, or someone that everybody knows, because we do not find value in that. We do not find comfort in that, and it actually overcomplicates life for people like me. So I wanted to start with talking about the current times we're in, where people do not have the capacity to have in depth, under the surface conversations about real life situations if it's not involving the stuff that's all over the media. And one of those is high value and low value people. Who are you to say who's high value and who's low value? Because what I've noticed is a lot of the people who believe they're high value, they're actually low quality. Yes, your material things make you believe that you're high value, but without your money, who are you? That should determine your value, not a piece of paper that's printed off a press to give you a false sense of security. Um, so a lot of people who think that they're low value, I think that they have a better quality to them than they would like to think, because of all these high value people having something to show for their value, and the low value people don't have anything to show, because a lot of the people that believe they're low value are being talked down on and discouraged, and distracted from their true sense of quality, because they're not basking in material things to prove to people their value, if you know what I mean. So, um, I believe that confidence is quiet and insecurity is loud. I'm sure many of you have heard that before. Um, because being quiet and content um, by choice speaks volumes. Have y'all ever heard of somebody say that saying nothing says a lot? Because most people don't have the self control to be quiet and choose to keep their thoughts to themselves unless somebody asks them for their thoughts and opinions. Most people just interject their opinions and their thoughts into conversations or into certain situations because they so desperately want to be heard or feel like that they have something to offer. But people who are secure in themselves, they don't care to prove anything. They'll let you think whatever you want to think, and if you really want to know, you'll ask, and then they will elaborate if they choose to. So I don't know what times we're in where people feel like they need to rate themselves on a sliding scale, far as making themselves seem like they're better than somebody else, or they're more successful than anybody else, or they have more than somebody else, or they done traveled more than somebody else. All of these things are only highly sought after people who are desperately insecure and need validation and needs photos and trips to validate their value, their high value, quote unquote. You know, everybody who is of quality does not need to be validated or need to prove anything by trips, income, careers, cars, houses, because they hold the true value without any of that. When you are secure with everything and you're secure with absolutely nothing, that's real quality.